Hey Virgo. The download that came through for you guys was behind the scenes. Hence, some of you, it's time to work on what's going on behind the scenes. For others of you, I feel like it's time to let other people in on what's going on behind the scenes for you. So, grab your water, grab your Weedles, hydrate, light it if you got it. I'm ready to go in. Get comfy. All right, Virgo, like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it. As I create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Aquarius season. I said 2023 earlier. I know it's technically 2024. It's probably not even 2023. Anyway, my relationship time is real weird, especially in Aquarius season, which is why I switched back to the old format. And that may be a word for some of y'all. There could be just something about switching back to the old tried and true way of doing something. For those of you who are OGs, you know my relationship to Aquarius energy is just a lot. It's too much, and I'm just like feel like I'm out in the ether a little too hard. And in order to like get you guys readings this season, I was like, let's just hone in on what we know. 111, realignment coming through, alignment coming, new alignment coming in for a lot of you. And it's interesting that I say hone in on what we know, because Aquarius season, Aquarius is the sign of I know. And that's the motto for Aquarian energy. And so there is something really important about, like, I feel like Virgo, some of you, like, you do your best to make sure it looks like you have everything together. And I think a lot of you have a lot of people fooled. But there are people who I feel like could really benefit from seeing your humanity, from like feeling your humanity, and like you expressing your struggles, you expressing your woe, you expressing your issues, you know. And I feel like you will be surprised just how many people can will rally around you, or how masterful you end up becoming in self-expression, or in like love, or in family. I just feel like there's like a higher level of mastery when everybody is like able to see you, or like the important people are able to see you, see what all the work that it takes and everything that goes into being you, the way that you manage your time, the way that you take care of your body, all of that stuff. I feel like there are people around you who need to understand, like, you are a human as well. You just manage everything way more efficiently, usually. It's interesting, I just looked and realized that someone else got the robe, me in the robe, and it was Gemini, and that makes sense because you both are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the fastest, it's very chop energy, and I feel like you will be able to, Virgos, I feel like you'll be able to navigate Aquarius season way more easily than others. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're running on fumes. You're not taking care of yourself to the best of your ability, but you got it. On the outside, everything looks together. And I just feel like, Virgo, you are way too knowledgeable. You are way too aware of how things should go for you to be not doing what you know you should be doing. And so I don't like to scold you, darling, but there is there are a lot of you, a lot of us, because if it's not me, it's you. If it's not you, it's me. We are all the signs, and that's the thing. We are still the embodiment of the zodiacal wheel. We are still all the fucking signs. I personally, the way my relationship with Aquarius energy is set up, just need to do things this way for this season, just so I can stay productive, and just so and so some of you may be having to like cut back on activities. Some of you are needing to like streamline, trim the fat, return like back to the basics. Looking at like the bottom line, looking at what's really true for you. I'm not looking at those. So anyway, so yes, we're going back to the old format, but I'm switching shit up. Of course, it's Aquarius season, and for you guys, I'm pulling from the Soul Truth Self-Awareness deck, and we're gonna do this in categories. And so I want to, and I felt drawn to the Soul Truth Self-Awareness deck because it's questionnaires. It's like it's questionary. Like there is something about, I feel like Virgos, you need to be like prompted into thought versus just being told. I feel like you will really benefit from like using your critical thinking. Like you can't, like, you always use your critical thinking, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But I feel like you will benefit from like evaluating your relationship to your critical eye this season. Evaluating your relationship to said critical thought. Like allowing yourself to kind of like take give yourself a bird's eye view. That's what I feel like Aquarius energy is, which is why I kind of like struggle with it. It's just like the biggest, vastest bird's eye view. And, with the way that the planets are set up, like, baby, there's a lot of change that's happening. And so I just want to get, first and foremost, a question. What does Spirit have to say to you in Aquarius season? What does Spirit want you to look at? What am I grateful for right now? So this feels like Spirit is asking you to return to gratitude. And allowing yourself to slow the fuck down so that you can start spending more time in awe, spending more time in gratitude, spending more time in reverence, and that those around you can witness you being that way versus you being neurotic and high strung and stressing everybody else the fuck out, nitpicking everybody else. I love you, but we gonna keep it 100 around here, if anything. I love you, but Spirit is asking you, I feel like, to return to gratitude, to return to like the awareness of what it is that you have so you can really start taking care of it. And for me, the big thing for you guys was like your body. And that's why I'm deep conditioning my hair right now. I just put some serum on, no makeup, like fresh face. Like there's something about us really, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, really, really focusing on how you're handling what's going on behind the scenes. And I feel like you can operate more efficiently by way of really diving deeper into spending more time expressing what you're grateful for, or allowing yourself to experience gratitude. You just reading out loud, I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for my job. I am grateful for my jet ski. That is not the same as you spending time by yourself breathing, or spending time in nature, spending time wherever, just like, fuck, I'm grateful for you. Like, and letting yourself feel it. Fuck, I'm grateful for this meal. Fuck, I'm grateful for the ability to breathe. Fuck, I'm grateful for my body. Oh, I love this body. Ooh, I love it, and I'm grateful for it. I'm going to take care of it. I'm so grateful for this body and the fact that I get to operate this vehicle. You know what I mean? Like, it's different from you just rattling it off and then you taking the time to fucking experience the gratitude in your bones, in your skin, in your fingertips. So, Spirit is asking, adopt an abundance mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all your problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. So, the universal law of attraction says that we are attracted, the universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. Notice the abundance growing within you. So I'm going to do all these, pull one for all these sections, and then we're going to go ahead and clarify with the regular Rider-Waite Tarot over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Come join my ethical cult already. We're taking care of ourselves. Clearly. There's no like lethal Kool-Aid. There's no Kool-Aid at all. No, we won't allow that. Anyway, we taking care of ourselves. Anywho, patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. And please do your girl a favor and like the video so it can circulate to the peoples, please. I put a lot of work into this, and I just appreciate the simple ding. If you want notifications for when I drop videos, hit the bell, and let's go. So in regards to love, romantic love, the ooey gooey, what does Spirit need you asking yourself? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For this Aquarius season, what do they need to be asking themselves in regards to love? Ooh, Jesus. Everything? Nothing actually flipped over. It was all just like the backside of cards. So maybe there's a bit of an outpouring that's happening. Maybe there's like a need for, or that could be a lashing out too. So I would say have the conversations, get in gratitude, have 11:11. Allow yourself to reset. Allow yourself to remember you can still wish big. You can still hope for all the things that you want, and you can still have all the things that you want. But we have the experiences we prepare for. So whatever it is that you want to experience, you need to start preparing for that shit. The way that you prepare for the meeting, the way you prepare dinner, the way that you prepare for the kids to get up in the morning. So Virgo, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Clearly all work, no play makes Virgo a dull person. So there's something here about I'm going to answer this for you. It's yes. Yes, your life does have more room. Yes, your life does have room for more pleasure and play. Absolutely. And the back says, in what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experience a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? Take the time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. Some of you, I feel like your drive to accomplish, your drive to produce is getting in the way of your romantic relationships, getting in the way of your familial relationships. You're not having as much sex as you could be having, therefore you're not having as much intimacy or pleasure. Maybe some of you, it's just like only sex and there's no intimacy in the relationship. There's something there about like, it's time to spend more time in connection, regardless of if you're in a relationship or not. I feel like it's time to give yourself more romance. And romance is not only to be experienced with another. You can have romance within yourself. There's romance in your cup of coffee. There's romance in my water, because I be talking to my water and I love my cup. So I just be like, when I drink out the bitch. Sorry, I mean to call you a bitch. There's romance in the beach. There's romance in the soil and the grass. There's romance in your cup of coffee. Yo, stop making excuses for why you can't have more pleasure or play or love or romance in your life. Does my life have room And I feel like some of you are telling yourselves that you don't have room for the very thing that your body is craving. And some of you are with people who won't give you that connection or intimacy or pleasure or play. And I'm telling you, the jig about to be up, baby. It's time to like figure the fuck out. And so if that looks like therapy, if that looks like, you know, a real ass conversation, if that looks like sex therapists, if that looks like, you know, vacations together and like really having, you know, these intense conversations, whatever it is, it's time to go ahead and open that up, because I feel like some of you are with people. I love you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but some of you are stressing your partner the fuck out. If you're polyamorous, some of you are stressing your partners the fuck out. I feel like you are stressed, and then that's like rising cortisol in your body, and then you're not like maybe looking or feeling as trim or thin as you want, and you're just needing some behind the scenes work. Oh, my palm just started itching. Yeah, it's like you take care of you, and then the money will naturally come, because you're going to be pouring from a surplus, not from an empty cup. All right, so here's career. I know y'all so concerned about it, but I feel like a lot of you don't need to be super concerned, or your career doesn't necessarily need to be your number one priority right now. I feel like for those of you who have like something established that's like a well-oiled machine, I feel like even if it isn't necessarily a well-oiled machine right now, if it's already like established and it's going and it's been going for like a year or so, I feel like you need to at least give yourself some time in Aquarius season to really lean into love and play and passion, just for the sake of your relationships and your mental health. So what's going on in career for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Aquarius season? Nothing fell out. Ooh, am I apologizing for my truth? I feel like when it comes to career, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, some of you are playing yourself small. Some of you are downplaying your skills or abilities. I feel like also some of you are like, I said what I said, I'm not sorry. I feel like some of you need to, like, you already know how you feel. You already know your truth. And some of you may be hiding at work to avoid stuff at home. Some of you have partners that have kind of been nudged into that habit. Some of you really want to change directions, and there's people like in your career, regardless, it's just like you want to go in a different direction, and I feel like there are other people, or you want to do things a different way, you want to change a policy, or there's just some sort of shift, and I feel like you're experiencing a lot of pushback, and you're not wrong. So I feel like stick to your guns. Make sure that your truth that you're experiencing, truth, is not based on some petty bullshit, that you've done your research, done the numbers, crunched whatever needs to be crunched. And the back of this says, what part of you is apologizing for your truth? Why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. And the mantra is, courage is courageous. Courage is contagious. Excuse me. Sorry, my brain be moving faster than what I'm actually seeing. For a lot of you, this is about your kids for some reason. I feel like for some of you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, those of you who have kids, or those of you who are the first in your family to like work for themselves or go to college or try to do better or strike out on your own in some sort of way. I feel like there is like, it's really important for you to go after, for you to take the time to figure out what your truth is so you can act on it, so your children can see you, so these other people, so your family members can be inspired by your courage. I feel like there also may be people who are opposing you being courageous and opposing you going into this new direction, and they're talking shit, but you're going to end up inspiring them. They're going to come back around and be like, damn, I can't believe you did this. Can't believe you pulled this. Can't believe you flipped this. Can't believe you turned $1 into 15 cents. Or you made $1 out of 15 cents. And I think that's really fucking beautiful for you. A lot of you are coming into a phase of life where like your haters are turning into congratulators, and that doesn't mean that you need to grant them like a closer access to you, but I do feel like there's a lot of like recognition or reward or vindication coming in. You feeling fucking vindicated. To whom am I comparing myself to right now? To whom am I comparing myself right now? So some of you, I also feel like in the career sector, there could be something about, I'm not going to keep this, but in the career sector, there could be something here about like you're thinking about quitting because you're looking at other people's progress versus listening to what the divine has told you to do and staying the fucking course. Boop, boop. All right, so in regards to mental health, what does Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to be asking themselves in regards to mental health? Ooh, who can I serve today? Virgo, you are a sign of service, so, I mean, it's very easy for you to play Captain Save-A-Ho and for you to show up or be very generous and charitable and whatnot. But I do feel like some of you, the answer is you. A lot of you, you need to serve your motherfucking self today. But others of you who, you know, feel very like confident in your ability to serve yourself or your consistency in showing up for yourself, then today I feel like it would be very beneficial, or like this season, it would be very beneficial for you to figure out how you can volunteer or give back or mentor or teach or show up for other people. How can you be of service and who can you serve? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service to others. Who needs you today? Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. I also feel like it doesn't have to be like volunteer work necessarily. I feel like, you know, something will, if you put your hand to it, if you reach out and you're like, yes, you know, that feels good to me. I want to give back or I want to be of service. I feel like an opportunity or the right like who to volunteer for, who to do blah, 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 you know, what with. I feel like all of that stuff like reveals itself. All right, in regards to family, y'all be letting your family drive you fucking crazy all the damn time because you are so service oriented. And so let's see for Aquarius season, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. In regards to family, you need to be asking, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Some of y'all are breaking up. Some of y'all are finalizing custody issues, custody wars. I feel like some of you are finding out that somebody is leaving or somebody has stepped out on a situation. Maybe some of you are living with your parents, or there's people coming that's like moving in, or there's something This feels like some of you like are taking somebody in or helping someone out financially, really showing up for somebody. Let's see what it says. Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. So I feel like in regards to family, there's some big things on the up and up. And I feel like some of you are really being asked to shift your perspective. A lot of you have toxic ass family that you need to cut off. And you're like, I'm losing family, I'm losing a parent, I'm losing this. But you may be about to gain a whole fuck ton of peace. You may be gaining a whole bunch of energy because you're not going to be drained dealing with these fucking people. I feel like when it comes to family, there's something about shifting your perspective, looking at it from a different vantage point. You are not stuck. When it comes to family, a lot of you are being held in this kind of uncomfortable position so that you can start to tap into your mercurial mind and play with the perspective. And playing with the perspective is going to help you play with your mood and lighten things up and not be so fucking serious. It's just, it feels important to... Aquarius season, I feel like, has a lot to do with your perspective. How you're framing things. All right, so now for the fun part. Let's see. I want to do the couple people. No, let's do singles first. Aha. Single people. Let's get the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for the single Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Risings for this Aquarius season. What question do they need to do? The single folk need to be asking themselves. That's a long one. All right, single Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ask yourself when it comes to your singlehood, where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? Why am I not there? What will it take for me to feel well? So single Virgos, it feels like y'all are doing a lot or being asked to question a lot when it comes to like what you're bringing to the table, even like how healthy of a version of you are you bringing to the dating pool? I feel like some of you are experiencing insecurities when it comes to your body or physical fitness, and it's time to tune in and reassess those goals. No excuses. Get done what you need to get done. Move the body. Do like work it out. This is the second time this has come through, but I just heard Britney Spears like work. You want a hot body? You want a Maserati? You want to be a thotty? You better work, bitch. Anyway, okay, so where are you with your health goals and where do you want to be? Get on it. And it would be beneficial for you to take a bird's eye view, zoomed out version, or zoomed out view, and ask yourself, why are you not there? Is there stuff going on with hormones? Is there stuff going on with energy levels? Is there like other stressors that are getting in the way? Are you procrastinating? Why are you procrastinating? How can you make this more enjoyable? How can you make taking care of your physical body more enjoyable, more pleasurable? And what will it take for me to feel well? I feel like making sure, those of you who are single, that you're not looking for some other person to come in and complete you. Your happiness, your fulfillment, your joy, the fulfillment, the filling of your cup is your responsibility. No one else is going to come in and do this for you. So, single Virgos, if my body could talk, it would say blank. I feel like journal that answer. Feed your body what it needs to feel nourished, appreciated, and loved. Make some new, exciting goals and take your health to the next level. So I feel like for the single ones, I feel like you'll feel more confident. You'll feel more like yourself when you're taking better care of your body, which, like I was saying, behind the scenes. Time to tend to what's going on behind the scenes. I may just name the reading that. Behind the scenes versus me naming it the channeled song, which I hope you guys are reading in the fucking description box because I've been doing that for like a year now. All right. Coupled people, the couple married, the committed people, not coupled. I need to change that. I don't like that terminology. I want to write committed, not coupled. And for those of you who are wondering the difference, not everybody who are committed to each other are a couple. Some people commit to more than one person. So, in regards to my committed people, I've considered myself polyamorous for years, and even I'm still like uprooting my language and changing and altering my language. But let's see. For the committed Virgos, what am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? Are y'all being codependent in your relationships? There may be a little neediness going around, or your person may be needing more from you. And I feel like some of you, if you don't start tending to what's going on in the partnership, you or the other person is about to start looking outside of the relationship for their needs to be met. So here's your fucking sign, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Those of you who are in committed relationships, I feel like some of y'all are prioritizing everything else. Like prioritizing your work, prioritizing, the optics. And it's like the optics don't fucking matter. The house won't, what is it? The house won't fall when the bones are good. Tend to the bones. Tend to like the scaffolding, the like foundation of your life. And so you won't have to worry about what other people think because it'll be genuine. You can just be operating fully like authentically. So those of you who are in committed relationships, what am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never quite feel good enough. It's time to go inward to find everything that you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. Breathe in your favorite essential oil, inhale it deeply into your belly, drop your shoulders, and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. Ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. I feel like that is a good practice for you and your partner or partners to do together, for those of you who are committed. And bottom of the deck, just two different sides. On whom am I placing the blame right now? And what are the dominant emotions that run my life? And I feel like everybody, all of us need to be asking ourselves these questions. But we're going to go ahead and clarify more of this over in the plunge. I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.